All right. Welcome to another edition to Roaring Lions. Okay, another great episode of Roaring Lions. I'm glad you all here. Make sure you hit the like button. Shout out to let us know you're here. Tonight I got my brother, another soldier with me, the General, Freeway Dread. It's my man I got, so y'all make sure y'all show him respect. It's a good brother. So he's going to come over here, going to talk to y'all. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot. This is a powerful brother, okay? It's a powerful young brother. A hardworking, good brother. He's going to come over. I'm going to ask him a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of information for him. And I'm sure he's going to drop a lot of knowledge on y'all. So who's over here? Hit the like button. Let's get some people over here. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in. And we're going to talk to Freeway Dread. Yeah, this is a crucial conversation right here. And, you know, these type of conversations, you know, I'm kind of older. Then the brothers be younger. But then there's brothers even younger. So, like, the brothers that's younger than me is still elders to other young brothers. So other younger brothers listen to the brother so you could get some knowledge so you can grow. You know what I'm saying? Because this brother done already been through some things. He done already lived some life. So without any further ado, we finna holler at Freeway Dread. Freeway, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, Pharaoh, man? Salute to you. Salute to you big time.
Salute.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you over here. I know you've been over here before. I think we was kicking it. I think we had a lot of brothers in the chat. So it's a pleasure to have you over here, brother. I'm sure the people going to learn a lot from listening to you. I see you in the truck out there getting that money.
Yeah, doing something.
Working hard. Okay, first thing, Freeway, where was you born at, brethren?
I was born in 4 Miles, Florida. That's Southwest Florida.
4 Mile, Florida. And what year was that?
87.
So that makes you how old now?
35. I'll be 36 next month. About a few days I'll be 36.
Okay, yeah, you're nice and young. That's good. So what was life like growing up there?
It was fun. I say that. It was fun. I'm not one of them doom and gloom jits. Growing up, you had fun. You knew what you saw. As a child, you knew what you saw, but you knew your place as a child too.
Mm,
You saw a
interesting.
lot, but you knew your place.
Right. Now, where your parents from? They from Florida?
My mama is from Florida, and my dad is from Jamaica.
So your mother's from Florida. She's African American or Black American,
Black
and
American, yeah.
your father's Jamaican.
Father Jamaica, yeah.
All right, all right. So now, when you grew up, what you grew up more Jamaican or did you grow up more Black American?
I grew up more Black American, but it was always around. The Jamaican stuff was always around, but I grew up Black American in my mama house.
Oh, okay, okay, at your mama house. I was
Yeah.
going to say that's crazy because I know if you've been around at your daddy house, ain't no way.
It was different. It was definitely different.
You would have been around there because you know one thing about Jamaicans, they're very it's addictive. Okay, so when
Uh,
you around Jamaicans, you turn to Jamaican.
yeah, yeah. It'll bleed on you. You can't
Yeah,
help it.
it'll get on you. I to me, the Jamaicans are the most animated, interested of all black people. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
I know what you mean when you say that.
Nobody is better storytellers. Nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I lying? Hey,
No,
no,
no.
no, and nobody's as animated. Nobody is as animated. It's a really good experience for Black Americans if they was around more Jamaican brothers because it's a very animated. Uh, they argue for fun.
Yeah, they do.
They don't argue to get mad. They can go back and forth long as you want to, and
Right,
they and
right.
they and they enjoy it. They enjoy reasoning. It's they have fun with it.
It's like Flintstones. It's like Flintstones. Just for like fireworks almost.
Yeah, it's like fireworks. So that's I came up under that. So that's probably why I'm so rough under the collar because I come up under a lot of Jamaican brethren and you know they didn't really take it too easy with on me. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only thing is you just can't take a lot of stuff personal. That's all. That's all.
The way they do it, I mean, it ain't no way you can take it personal because it's very unique. It's a unique style, so it's very
Right.
easy to adapt to because it's a lot of love in it. You know, they're gonna tell you, no, man, no, I have no,
Yeah.
no, man, what's your time? No,
Hmm.
like that. So you go, oh. And so knowing that I, you know, come up under a lot of older Jamaican brethren, you know that I was informed a lot of times I didn't know what I was talking about. So
Yeah.
I came up not knowing what I'm talking about. That's a fact. So
Right.
you grew up and by the time you got to high school, who was your favorite recording artist at that time? I always like to ask
High
that.
school.
Yeah, I find that very interesting what people was listening to when they was in high school.
I high school. I can't lie. There was a BG, Soldier Slim, BG, um, Yi Yang Twins, Plies, uh, Franklin, Neil Ross. This was around like '02, by
Mm-hmm,
'02. Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
That make a lot of sense. So you coming in after Master P. That's too early for you. You after all of that.
yeah, that Master P was more so like coming out of elementary, passing through middle school.
Right, right,
Yeah, yeah.
right, right. So you come up with Baby and all them. Okay, all right, Lil
Yeah.
Wayne now. All right.
But BG was for me. I ain't care for Wayne. I ain't gonna hate on Wayne. I ain't gonna
Right.
slide on Wayne. But it was more so BG. Like a lot of
BG.
guys like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, BG was really a lot of people's favorites. Quiet as is kept.
yeah,
Right. You know, and Juvie was really I don't know. Juvie had a strange career because he was really good, but I don't know what happened with Juvie's career.
He, he- I think he got caught up crossing over
Oh,
because he had a lot of hood classics. He had a lot of hood classics like Soldier Rag and
yeah,
Project Building. This a lot of them he got. My Nine. He got a lot of songs, but it was like that crossing over thing is when he kind of got lost, and then that's when the fallout happened, and
right.
it must have took a toll on him musically because he never was able to get. And then maybe he was um aging out. Maybe he was
Okay,
aging out, like getting in the veteran years.
I got you. I got you. That make a lot of sense when you think about it. Yeah, he did cross over, and he never came back from that because
Yeah,
everybody liked him more raw. They didn't like him as much trying to cross over.
right.
Interesting. That's interesting. So, what? How were you when you started growing your locks, your dreadlocks?
13.
Whoa!
Yeah.
But you in Florida. Okay, that make now for a lot of y'all don't know Florida's different. Dreadlocks is real popular in Florida, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at that time the Haitians had them a lot, didn't they?
Um. Nah. It was the
No,
Jamaicans.
it
It
was
was the
just Jamaica.
Jamaicans. Believe it or not, in Fort Myers, Florida. Anybody who in the audience right now, if you from Fort Myers, Florida, you know Free. My father was named Free. You see how I get Freeway Dread. My
Right.
father was named Free. If you know Free, I was told, and this is from Black Americans. I was told my daddy was the first one in Fort Myers with dreadlocks. They said they didn't know what them was on his head. So
Wow.
so when you be talking Pharaoh, I be like, damn, because that's what I was told. Because I grew up seeing my dad his whole life with dreadlocks, but it's like when somebody else tell you, hey man, your daddy was the first one over here with dreadlocks. We didn't know what them was on his head.
Now, how old is your father right now? About
My father was born in 61. He died in 2001. He got murdered in 2001.
okay, and you're exactly right. That's what I keep trying to tell them. In those days, if I would have came down there to where you at, they would have took
Mhm.
me to your father
Yeah,
immediately. They would have took me to
facts.
your father. This is how we all knew each other. I come down there with this hair. They would have took me right to your daddy. I
Hmm.
would have knew him for I would have knew him. I wouldn't have been there 2 days before I would have knew him. So
Exactly.
they would always
Exactly.
take you to the other person that got hair like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
so he's one of the rebels. So I'm sorry to hear about him getting killed down there like that. What was that all over? You don't want to talk about it.
Nah, I can speak on it. It's basically Pharaoh. You know that life. You know what the 80s. You know what it was like in the 80s, coming through the 90s and the 2000s. You know that kind of life.
Yeah,
That kind of life, and you know what that kind of life bring.
yeah. Because a lot of brothers, they had to do things because nobody would hire them.
Right.
So they had to get it how they live.
Right.
Interesting, bro. Well, rest in peace to him, though, because he definitely is a forefather of this whole situation. And Florida and New York was really the strongholds.
Right.
Florida and New York was the stronghold. That's where the culture was at. The
Right.
culture was in Florida and New York. It really wasn't nowhere else. Really, it was like sprinkled, but the stronghold, because this where most of the brothers and sisters, when they came to Jamaica, that's where they usually ended up at, either in Florida or New York.
Facts.
So you start growing your dreadlocks at 13. So you didn't really have to go through no whole bunch of stuff because by the time you came, everybody knew what it was, didn't they?
Yeah, everybody knew what it was, but I was the one with the not the Congo dreadlocks. I didn't
Right,
have the twisted. I didn't have those. I came through the gate like the Rosses came through the gate with the
right,
big Congos, the not the
right,
Congo, and then what I came through with. We call them doobies down here. I don't know what
right,
they call them wicks now, but back then we used to call them doobies.
right. And people didn't. What was the response to the kids and the girls and everybody?
Why you won't redo your hair? Why you won't fix them? When you going why you won't start over? You need to cut them. They look ugly. They look like this. They look like that.
Oh wow!
Pharaoh, they down my back now. I could put them in my pockets.
Right, Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
So they used to, yeah. So you still went through that discrimination. Hard to get a job.
yeah. They
Wow.
want they want you to cut your little facial hair. You know, I ain't got a lot. They want you to cut
Right.
your little facial hair.
Right. When you cut your facial hair and cut that hair in order for them to
Yeah,
accept you into the system. So
right.
so early you had to figure out how to work for yourself then, huh?
Yeah. Me and my brother, we used to work with my granddad. He used to like do a lot of sod. Like sod used to be big. It's kind of big now still, but I'm talking about when we was like 8, 9, 10. We used to work with my granddad. And if you lay sod, anybody in the audience, I'm gonna let you see both my hands. If you lay sod back when you were 8, 9, 10, you know that kind of, it's hard. Everything get it's hard. It's not easy. So, but we still enjoyed it because it was money at the end of the day.
Right, right. So how many siblings you got?
On the first of five. My mama on the first of five that my mama got.
And you are you the only one that had the dreadlocks?
Nah, all my brothers got dreadlocks right now.
Are they all by your father? All of your father's kids or no?
No, no, we all got different fathers.
Right.
Um, all us got dreads. We all got different fathers, but my mama her first two, my brother right behind me, we got two different daddies. Both of them rosters.
Right. Got you.
So that kind of let you know if you don't know in the 80s. The Jamaicans were hitting hard. The Jamaicans and the Caribbean guys, they were hitting hard, especially if you was like a roster. You were gonna end up with a woman. You
Definitely.
was gonna end up with a
You was
woman.
the hottest thing out here.
Yeah, you were gonna end up with a woman.
Yeah, you the hottest thing out here in the '80s. Yeah, you was what everybody wanted. Reggae at that time was bigger than life.
Right.
I mean, it was. The reggae club and stuff. I keep telling people was the number one spot to party at in the '80s. Point blank. Period.
It's crazy, Pharaoh, cause when you talk, I promise, man, I be like, did Pharaoh come through? Did he come through here? Because my dad owned the club. You from where I'm from, down in Fort Myers, Florida. If you know the club Flat Top, it was basically one of the number one spots for a few years. The number one spot everybody went to, called the Flat Top.
Everybody went there. Black Americans was intrigued with that reggae.
They was in there heavy, and I'm a child, so I'm there during the daytime. But it was a time or two at nighttime where I was able to see, like come through and see with my mama. She didn't stay, but we coming through and we looking at the park a lot. Or he come outside, talk to us real quick, and we slide.
Right.
Man, pack, man,
Pack,
everybody from down that way, y'all, they know that club.
pack. I mean, that was the number
Yeah,
one entertainment for black people for a long time. For a long
yeah,
time. Oh yeah, he was getting money if he had a club. Boy, he was getting it. Woo.
yeah,
Yeah, he was getting it, bro. Right. So,
right.
what's the political situation down there was like when you grew up down there? Like, was there a lot of black politicians? What was it like politically?
Um, NAACP, NAACP. That was really the only organization that I remember from being a jit. NAACP and yeah, really that's it, Pharaoh.
Did y'all have any popular black politicians that was real popular in your area?
Yeah, Veronica Shoemaker, she a legend. She ran for city council. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to be wrong, but I think she ran for city council. I think like 16 times or something like that, 26 times before she finally got in.
Hmm.
Like she ran for like a huge number of times. I think for city council, they
Hmm.
got a role for her and everything. Now, she died a lot of years back. But Veronica Shoemaker is like our number one icon.
Wow. Wow. She had
Yeah,
to
yeah,
run that. She had to run that many times before they let her get in there.
yeah. She ran for city council like a stupid amount of times. Like I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. If you look it up, I believe it's like 16 times she ran in a row. 16 times in a row she ran for city council and she finally got in. So she's our biggest icon.
And she was the first black, wasn't
Yeah, of
she?
course.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So When did you start driving truck?
This my 5th year driving trucks.
It's your fifth year. What kind of work did you do before that?
I did asphalt for 4 years.
Okay. All right. And so now in the trucking business, what's that like? Is it good? Is it struggling right now? Or tell us what's up with the trucking business? Because you drive the big rig, right?
Big rig, yeah.
Okay. What's that like?
I I I'll put it to you like this. When I first came out here, I thought it was fair. I thought anybody could do it. But I realized after, going through it, everybody can't do this. And then if you is in this, it's like this. What do you want out of the job? Do you want to go home often? You don't mind staying out? You want to run across the country? What you want to do? Cause it's gonna beat up on you. It's gonna take its toll on you somewhere, some way. You will get the money, but you're not gonna be home as much.
Mm,
It depends on what you want to be an owner operator. You just want to be a lease operator. You just want to be a regular company driver. It's money in all of it. You can make money in either kind of way, but what do you want to do
mm.
inside trucking? What do you want to do? You want to do tanker? You want to do flatbed? You want to do the reefer, the box, over dimension? It's going to boil down to what you want to do as the driver.
Interesting. Now, which one do you do?
I do flatbed right now. Before that, I was doing the reefer and the box, and I was going all over the 48. But right now, I'm doing regional SCC, basically the southeast.
Which one you like better? You like the regional better because you can be home more, right?
Nah, I like the OTR because of the money.
Ah, there's more money going all over the country.
Right. But I go home, so I enjoy the family time.
Now,
I enjoy the family
are you
time.
married?
No, I'm engaged right now to an empress.
Okay.
Shout
Now,
out to you.
I was going to ask you, how is trucking work with marriage?
You got to be creative. Uh, get her to come out on the road with you whenever you can.
Uh-huh.
Um, if she can't come out, then you gotta kind of plan on going when you're going home. Um, send money home,
Right,
send gifts home. You have to be creative to keep the flame going
right,
because eventually she will say, "I want you home, Mo. I want you home, Mo."
right,
If you can't get her to come out on the road with you, that's what you're gonna hear. That pull gonna come. I want you home, Mo. Can you be home, Mo? And it's two ways you can go about it. You could think about the money, you could think about your relationship and your family.
right.
It's really gonna be on you.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So, how do brothers go about becoming truckers? What do they have to do? What's the process?
All right. You can go to school, you can sponsor yourself, or you can get yourself a sponsor. And basically a sponsor is basically a giant company. You find a school that will accept you, and you go there for about anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. You get your CDL. A lot of guys get the automatic, so basically the exemption. I don't recommend that. I would tell you to get your manual. Get your manual so that way you can drive manuals in case you want to slide. Because once you get into this industry, you're gonna realize that you it ain't the best, but you can bounce around when you want to go. You can bounce around. If you don't like them and you've been here for a couple months and you don't like them, you can easily slide and you could be in another chair in a matter of 4 days working
Mm,
for somebody else. So
mm,
I tell you to get your manual. Make sure you get your manual. Make sure you get your endorsements. Now, I will say myself, when I came down to get my endorsements, I didn't get them all. I got my hazmat, and another job came up. I ain't even go down to get my fingerprints. That made me look bad. Now I'm being honest with that. I shouldn't have did. I should have took that time out, went down there and got my endorsements, did my fingerprints, but I didn't. I was eager for the money. When the other job called, I went. And I ain't never been back down to the DMV, but I am. I'll be there in about 7 days.
yeah, you're gonna go down there and take care of that. Now,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is a manual? You said get your manual. What is
Oh,
that?
the stick shift, the stick shift.
Yeah. So make sure your car is manual, not
Yeah, not an automatic exempt. Now you can get the money with the automatic, but you want to get the exempt. I mean, you want to get your manual, it just make you more valuable.
make you more valuable because you might have to
Yeah.
drive any kind of truck.
Right.
Now, are you using other people's trucks or are you using your own truck?
No, right now I'm a company driver.
Company
Right
driver.
before right before I did my company driver, I was in a lease situation. You got to be careful with the lease situation because if it can work for you and it can destroy you. It depends on what you made of. Let's just be real. It's gonna depend on what you made of.
Right. It's better to let the company worry about the truck instead of you, though, isn't it?
It's a lot of pluses to that. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
because
pluses to that.
they're going to do all the maintenance and all of that. And that's a lot of
Hmm.
expenses off you. You can kind of understand what you're going to make like that. If you got to do
Right.
it all, you don't know what you're going to make, right? Because you don't know what's going to break.
Exactly. And then the fuel go up, down. It's a lot. So it's like if you do decide to be a lease driver, um the lease driver will show you eventually what's going to happen when you go out there and buy your own truck, which you can do. It ain't impossible. Like I said, it all gonna fall down. It's all gonna boil down to what you willing to do, what you want to do, and what you willing to put up with. But a company driver ain't the bad way to go.
Right. Company driver ain't a bad way to go. You ain't got to put all
No.
that money out for no truck.
Right.
And you always got a truck. So, eh,
Right.
yeah, you ain't got to worry about your truck getting old, because
Right.
the company going to keep you in whatever they got.
Right.
Yeah, so it seemed like the company driver seems like a good move. You don't want to have all them worries about the truck.
Especially if you're just getting in the industry, you're gonna get flushed out fast if you so get in and become a company driver because some of them companies they'll make sure you all right, you make sure they all right.
Yeah, because it seems to me that if I got my own truck, they're not gonna hire me as quick as if I'm driving for a company. Company gonna get them jobs for me. If I got
The
my own truck,
giant
I got to. If I got my own truck, I got to get the job. But if I'm with the company, they get me the job.
the Giants they will throw their weight around. You gotta
Right,
like this a game. You gotta spend a little time in to figure out everything.
right, right,
I
right.
don't care what they say. I don't care what they say on the Instagram with all of these videos that they sell you. I don't care about that. You gotta get in here, bump your head, and then you'll feel like, oh, that's how that go. That's exactly what's gonna happen to you. You're
Yeah,
gonna and you're
because
gonna lose some money too.
because you ain't gonna be able to go against the Giants.
Nah.
I mean, hey, that's just common sense. They're gonna get the job before you get it. So
Yeah.
point blank, period.
Yeah.
Interesting. So when you look at the landscape of black people right now, economically, what do you see?
I see one side being very like prosperous, or like they giving a lot of effort to be prosperous, and then I see another side kind of stagnant, like stagnant a little bit. Like they kind of get caught up a little bit in the noise.
Mm,
But it's a lot of people that is trying to like I say my generation
mm,
uh we balls to the wall right now. my generation, like a lot of mine, we balls to the wall, like we going for broke.
right,
We going for broke, but then you got some people get caught up in. I'm talking about of all ages, they get caught up in the noise.
right, right. So what's the gang violence like down there in your end of Florida? Because you close to what major city?
We right in between Tampa and Miami.
Okay. So what's going on down there with the shorties, with the young dudes? Are they really wilding with the gang stuff? And that,
Um, they was it done calmed down because of death and because of prison. It
wow.
it done calmed down because of them two things right there. And I ain't gonna lie, Pharaoh, I got a younger brother. He 10 years under me. When Chief Keef hit, he fucked everything. Oh my God. He took their whole mind with him. So
Damn,
all of them was on the same speed, same speed.
damn.
But we got love for Chief Keef though, cause the way he hit hard, he hit the way Gucci hit, he hit the way Plies hit, he hit hard. When he hit hard, and all the jits who were with him, his age, they
Yeah.
went there. They went there. But if you want to look at the influence, yeah, Chief
Now,
Keef is my little brother. Them that's they artist right there for sure.
Now you keep saying JIT. What's JIT?
Jit is just like like you say, the shorties.
Oh, okay. So y'all call them JITs.
Yeah, jits.
That's the young. That's the youngsters.
Yeah, yeah. That's like, calling them a youth. You want to call them a youth, you call them a youth, but this is jit, and you call them shorties, but we call
Oh,
them jits.
interesting. Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, brother. I ain't gonna keep you too long. We're gonna have to do a part two, but I got two more questions. If you had to
All right.
give advice to black people all over the U.S., what advice would you give black people in the United States?
Oh man, keep working, keep working. Um, we doing good. We doing good. Uh, we just like a team. We took some L's, but hell, we took some W's too. So keep working.
Now, what would you advice would you have black people internationally?
Internationally, I say, uh, we got house and yard cleaning to do. We
Hmm.
got house and yard cleaning to do. So it's like this. You make sure all your stuff clean. I make sure all my stuff clean, and then we'll we'll link up in the future. But
Right,
we got work to do, and y'all got work to do. I don't really want to fight with you like that. I will fight with you, but I don't really want to fight with you like that.
right,
But internationally, I say the same thing. Y'all keep working.
right. Because we definitely got to get the brothers united. I mean,
Right.
we can't get the women and children united if the men don't get united. So,
Facts.
so the black man internationally, he gonna have to lock in some kind of way. They're gonna have
Facts.
to find some common cause because we all getting treated the same way. I don't think we realize.
Yeah, that's true.
Swear to God, bro, we all getting played. If you ask me, that's what it looked like to me. So look, Freeway, it's always positive, bro, talking to you. I'm gonna get you over here again, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks that you work and stuff and spread it out. We'll come back. We'll have a whole bunch of different discussions, different questions at that time. It's a pleasure, bro. Be safe out there, all right?
All right, no problem, man. No
If you
problem.
need
It
me
was
for
an
something,
honor.
just hit me up. I got you.
No, I got you, man, for sure.
All right, one, bro. Much
All
love.
right, well.
That's the brother Freeway Dread. That was a good interview, good brother. He out there working hard. I like talking to him because he really be, really giving us a lot of information from a younger brother from down in Florida. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so it's really good to talk to the different brothers to get their point of view, let them express themselves. And like he's a highly intellectual brother, so I'm gonna get him back over here real soon. I hope y'all enjoyed that interview. Positive energy all the time.